Hi, this is Survivor and Scrappy Mini, and today we're going to create a layout, and I'm going to be using these alphabets that have like a dot to use it for sewing. So I'm going to have some thread, and that's what I'm going to use for that. And I'll show you how to use it. This is the design that I'm going to be making, and let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to use some of the pieces that I created on another video. So these are the pieces that I'm going to be using for here. I'm going to be using this little tag for journaling, and it's one of these from Technique Tuesday, Ellie Edwards stamp. And this is a sticker from Heidi Swapp. So I'm going to go ahead and start matting my pictures. So I'm going to put a small little white outline on my pictures, and then I'm using this ruler. It's called Perfect Layers, and I got it a long time, and it has like a lip on the ruler, so the lip kind of catch on to the edge of the picture, and then that's how it makes that perfect layer. And then I'm going to outline all my pieces with my black marker. And I like doing this a lot with when I'm using papers that are very bright. I like using the black to contrast the brightness of the paper and to really give that nice outline. It gives it a crisp outline. And I like it better than using ink to kind of put color on my edges. I prefer to use a marker. So that's a big batter that I'm just placing there. And if you notice how I created that batter, I folded the paper in half and then I cut the bottom in an angle. And that's how you get the perfect banner, so that each side it's evenly distributed from one side to the other. So yeah, I'm doing the same technique with the marker to give it a little bit of outline on my pictures. And just adhering it down, and then I decided to kind of use foam adhesive to kind of give it a little dimension to the smaller pictures. And I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom picture. And then the next piece that I'm going to put after this is that clay piece that says love. And I did put some dimensional adhesive on that clay piece, or some foam adhesive, so that way it will be on the same level as my picture. And then it needed something in that area there underneath the owl, so I went ahead and got a sticker and just to fill in that area. So here I'm putting my arrow stamp, and I'm using some white pigment ink from Stampin' Up! But you'll see later on in the video that it did not completely dry, and that's the only thing about this pigment ink. It doesn't dry immediately. You really have to use your heat gun to make it dry. But I also have another trick. What I do is I put some talc, and you'll see me later on in this video. I'm going to go ahead and use some talc to kind of help those arrows dry. And here I'm just using these stamps to spell the name Sandra and then Matt, and I spell Matt with one T. And this is a great technique to use for any kind of shape or stamp. You just mainly stamp this shape or the whatever phrase or alphabet on your paper with an ink that is not, that you can hardly see the ink, like very faint ink. And then you take your piercer and just make holes along the form or along the phrase, and just put even spacing between your holes. So you're just gonna tape the ends to the back. You don't need to make a knot, and just keep on sewing your phrase or your shape. Now I did, if you notice on the bottom there, my arrows is smeared. It went on my arm. So what I did off camera, I put some talc and I used a brush, and that helped it dry a little bit. But it was too late because I already kind of messed up the page, but that's okay. So here I'm almost at the end of this layout, just sewing the last name of, the name of my son, Matt, with one T, and here I'm done. So there's my layout. So I hope you like this layout, and thank you for watching. Bye now.